Ladies and gentlemen, the THORnews mid-month November 2021 fundraiser push continues. Only got $709 left to raise. If you'd like to contribute to keep THORnews up and running, I got a mailbox, PayPal, a Venmo, or CashApp, a Patron, and nothing but love for you. I am your planetary defense commander, Star-Lord, New Thor 7, the T, and let me tell you, it has been a wild, wacky day. We had reports come out earlier that Russia had tested an anti-satellite weapon that destroyed one of their own satellites, and that put the International Space Station in danger. And then it was confirmed that, yes, this by Jonathan McDowell, with Leo Labs confirming debris near Cosmos 1408, and CNN quoting U.S. officials that there was an ASAT test. Rumors are solidifying into a consistent story that indeed a Russian anti-satellite test on November 13th or 14th hit Cosmos 1408, causing a debris cloud intersecting the ISS orbit. And then Jeff Faust let us know that SpaceX's Bill Gerstenmaier on Cosmos 1408, we have created another large debris field. Chinese ASAT test has been a nemesis for us for years, and now we've got another one of these. And then it was reported that Mission Control would have to keep space station hatches closed through Tuesday because of the threat from the debris cloud after a satellite breakup. What a crazy way to start a mission, one of the astronauts noted. And then Putin came on to say he was very upset about movements in the Black Sea and any type of defiance towards the Russian buildup in Ukraine, where Russia has been massing troops in drills. And then the estimations on the size of the debris field started to grow. Leo Labs' initial data showed that there are at least 30 unique objects detected near expected location of Cosmos 1408. And then it was announced that the debris field would be as big as 1,500 pieces of debris. That's a lot of pieces, man. So yeah, Russia blew up a satellite today, endangering the ISS and some of their own Russian cosmonauts that are on the ISS. Lauren Grush letting us know the U.S. State Department has confirmed that Russia conducted an anti-test satellite this morning, destroying one of its own satellites, and U.S. has identified at least 1,500 trackable pieces of debris from the event. And it's a big deal. Here, Damon Talbot pointing out, here's some terrifying nightmare fuel on what a potential impact from any of the space debris could have on the International Space Station or other satellites. And Meg H, this is what happens to aluminum when hit by a half-ounce piece of plastic going 15,000 miles an hour in space at hypervelocity. That's bad news. So, yeah, altogether, it was super duper weird, man. And right after all that happened, Russia came out and said it considers U.S. activities in the Black Sea provocative. And yet, everybody's agreeing that this was a wild move. Supposedly, Roscosmos didn't even know about it. So it came from the military part of Russia's space division. Eric Berger, who I've never, ever seen cuss before in tweets, but it's 2021 now, and things are so snafu bar, situation normal, all fucked up beyond all recognition. Seriously, what the fuck is Russia doing? Shooting down its own satellite in low Earth orbit, creating a cloud of 1,500 trackable pieces of debris, and knowingly threatening its own asset, the International Space Station. What a catastrophe. But Russia has been building, or helping, agreed to switch over to China's brand new space station. And so, yeah, things are super crazy, man. And pretty much all of 2021, I've been talking about Moonraker 2021, which is that, I don't understand how Russia, China, the United States of America, and Elon Musk, who I really could consider his own nation, really, that how they can continue to have a war mentality with each other while trying to figure out who owns space. That would lead to just absolute catastrophe and probably World War III. That if we're going to take a step into the future together, it'll have to be peacefully or in absolute everybody dies type shit, man. Because on top of all the things, like there's like 30,000 pieces of junk around Earth with the space debris. Like it is a major problem that could become almost a civilization ending problem. Because basically, what you could have is like something like this incident, have all those pieces of space debris start to hit all the other pieces of space debris, knocking them out of whatever safe orbit they were already in, and then start a cascade of all this metal stuff falling down to Earth as like projectiles. And that may sound like some weird, impossible science fiction scenario, but I assure you it is not. It is an actual scenario that I have presented to y'all in my videos multiple times over the last few years. As Kelly Kaiser Whit says, it's the Kessler syndrome. That's what it is called, when like one piece of space debris starts to knock all the other space debris into different orbits, and then those orbits get sent and cascading to Earth is like flaming death. Astronauts shelter from debris, Kessler syndrome coming to life, ? Kessler syndrome, a scenario in which the density of the objects in low Earth orbit is high enough that collisions between objects cause a cascade, with each collision generating space debris that increases the likelihood of further collisions, eventually setting them cascading towards Earth. NATO warning over large and unusual military buildup at Russia-Ukraine border. The U.S. Space Command was definitely not happy about the incident. Russia conducted a DAS missile test, creating a significant debris cloud. The debris cloud will have long-lasting impacts on all spacefaring nations. General J. Raymond from Space Force CSO. Russia's destructive test of an anti-satellite missile is another visible example of irresponsible behavior in space. I believe he's the same guy that has warned us multiple times in the last few months that some things have taken place in space that if they were on Earth or in the maritime would be considered acts of war. Access to and freedom to use the domain are critical to our collective way of life. The debris causing demo threatens global security and the peaceful use of space. The debris will remain in orbit for years, potentially decades, posing a significant risk to the crew on the International Space Station and other spaceflight activities, as well as multiple countries and corporations' satellites. And so, I, as Planetary Defense Commander for the last 7.5 years, have been noting and talking about how everybody seems to be escalating all possible conflicts. They're like, there has been absolutely no conflict resolution, whether it be between the United States and China, or the United States and Russia, or, cryptocurrency versus the United States or versus all fiat currencies, or just like wherever it seems like everybody is pushing the divide and conquer. Let's fight. Let us hold grudges. Let us be revenge minded. And it just continues to escalate, while at the same time profits are greatly escalating, and inequality amongst human beings is widening. And that I keep telling people that like there is no law basically over 100 miles over Earth, and that so it's kind of like a wider thing of being on a cruise ship where you're out in like international waters, where if you're up in space, nobody's decided what the laws are on Mars. And so that it's a pretty scary thing, and it's outer space is almost like the wild, wild west. This is the debris field that has been created the debris field that will be now circling the Earth. This was a graphic provided to us by Hugh Lewis. Sorry, Hugh. Man. First effort simulation of breakup of Kosov 10408. Not exact representation, but it kind of just shows that it will then, this debris field will just train around Earth now. And so, things are escalating into the countries can only fight, or sword of fight for so long, and if we take it too far, it's like World War III is going to break out, bro. As your planetary defense commander, I highly recommend peace, and that if nations stop warring against other nations, we can use that energy and resources to clean the oceans, build the coolest infrastructure built to last hundreds, if not thousands of years, feed everybody, do all great things. If we can just give up warring with each other like greedy-ass cavemen. But like I said, no forgiveness, even though we're a Christian nation, forgiveness isn't found very often. And I've warned about this upcoming eclipse that will be happening over Algol, the demon star, whereas like multiple civilizations and multiple people over thousands of years have said every time you get an eclipse over Algol, the demon star, you get very bad things that happen around that time. And so I've been warning about this eclipse all year, and that how the second half of November was just going to be cray-cray, bro. And that, like, I think it was China that said any Algol eclipse usually leads to corpses stacked on corpses, stacked on corpses. And so and that energy will last like 3 months. So we are on super duper high red alert. But hopefully if we can stay cool and make it through, I have a feeling that spring of 2022 will be great, hopefully, and we might even kick off the Roaring 20s. That's like I highly recommend peace, man. Okay, this is my update. May God bless us all and show us the way to better days. Yeah, trying to push for peace and teamwork hasn't been very popular over the last few years, man. But if you would like to support me, you guys are literally like everything that keeps me going. And so I do a fundraiser every single month to continue to try to push for planetary defense as a group and peace overall, even though a lot of people say it will be impossible. But that is definitely the dream that I am shooting for and am willing to die for. If you'd like to support me, I've only got $709 left to raise for my monthly fundraiser. Although you get paid a lot better if you want to divide and conquer the people and then blame one side or blame the other side. Yeah, you can send me a letter, contribution, or PayPal, or Venmo, or CashApp, or Patron. Only $709 left to go for my monthly fundraiser. But I got to say thank you. It's been incredible that I've been doing THORnews for almost 9 years. It'll be my 9-year anniversary on the 23rd of November. And I've been your planetary defense commander for like 7.7 years now. And I've told y'all, any year, any day we've made it past 2015 has been a pretty incredible miracle. Thank you to God, Jesus Christ, and the Holy Spirit. You can thank whoever you want to. And Asteroid Fight Club. And thank you, Charles. Thank you, David. Thank you, Rod. Thank you, Dennis. Thank you, Cody. Thank you, Bruce. Thank you, JCR. Thank you, Catherine. Thank you, Amy. Thank you, Greg. Thank you, Carmen. Thank you, Andrea. Thank you, Michelle. Thank you, Sunlight, Starlight, Angel. Thank you, Nancy. Thank you, DWP. Thank you, Texas Angel. Thank you, Wizard of Oz. Thank you, Alexis. Thank you, Lauren. Thank you, Richard. Thank you, Barbara. Thank you, Glenda. Thank you, Arnica. Thank you, Light Soul. Thank you, Dan. Thank you, Marlita. Thank you, Brian. Thank you, Ann. Thank you, KJ. Thank you, Max. And thank you, everybody out there that is awesome. Thank you to our soldiers. Thank you to our first responders. Thank you to anyone who's ever told a good joke. Thank you to anyone who's ever made people laugh and smile. This holiday season is probably going to be even weirder than last year's holiday season. All right, but I am like an eternal optimist. So I'm going to pray for miracles for me personally and for the world. And I'm going to keep my faith in God. I hope you do the same. All right. Y'all have a great night. I will talk to y'all in the near future. Oh, did I mention I'm having a fundraiser? And I need a little bit of a contribution miracle if you got it. Thank you. Have a great night. God bless everyone, and Merry Christmas and Merry whatever holiday you are celebrating.